Okay, everybody, let's get ready to rock. It's time to update panningpunk. So, everything that you need to know. This is a project that was started by Allie from Wonder in Alleyland. It began January 1st, goes through December 31st. It is a rolling style project where we picked 4 to 6 of her 20 prompts. We have monthly updates, and after we have gone through those prompts, we're allowed to add some stuff to the list. And some people have, as well as myself, and so I have pulled from multiple lists. The hashtag is just simply hashtag panningpunk. This is a Fantastic Ladies collab. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't listen to myself. So if I'm saying it twice, yeah, it is what it is. Everything's going to be listed down below. As always, I am going to ask you to do all of the things. If you feel so inclined, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, commenting, ringing the notification bell, whatever floats your boat. Whatever, strikes your fancy. Go ahead and do those things. I always appreciate it. So let's get started with what I have in the project and that I have been using and working on. First thing that I still had in the project was from Anne Elizabeth Murray's list. So this is from my first update. And she had Screeching Weasel's song Guest List, a product that you like but wouldn't necessarily repurchase. I had thrown in the use of the People's Superberry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. Yeah, that's what it's called. Anyway, I actually finished it up completely. I liked it. It's nice. It is a good overnight mask. I have 2 more of these, so obviously I'm not going to run out and repurchase this. Plus, it's a little bit expensive. Use to the People's not the cheapest brand out there, but decent quality. I also have other overnight masks, so to me this was a kind of a no-brainer as far as that, yeah, I'm probably not going to repurchase it. So that's our first rollout. I had grabbed one of Lainey's songs from Makeup with Lainey. That was the Main's Everything I Ask For, a Holy Grail product. For that, I had brought in my Lancome Sills Booster, just the small size. And it went from 12 grams when I introduced it. Last update was 11.8. It is now 11.7. And I've got 18 uses on this. This is staying in. I basically kind of want to see how much product I use, how long it stays good for, all of the things. I like that phrase. I really do. So yeah, 18 uses this month on that. That will continue to be in there. Now, on the last update, I picked the Ramones to focus on. Allie had the song Rock and Roll High School included in the list, which is the reason that I picked the topic of the Ramones to begin with. But I, of course, then did pick that song. And for that, I threw in the Rare Beauty Mascara. I believe this is called the Perfect Strokes Mascara, but it's not actually on the tube anywhere. I'd already had this open. I knew this was going to be getting close to the point where I probably should not be using it anymore. I know I let these things go longer than I should, so this was a way of keeping myself accountable. I did get 18 more uses on it. It is starting to dry a bit. I'm not getting as much product on the wand, so it's a good time to go ahead and retire this one to the empties because I know I've exceeded the 3 months. Probably a little more than that, but anyway, that's a rollout too for this project. So from the Ramones list, from what I did the song I Want to Be Your Boyfriend, and I decided to make that an item that you recently fell in love with or an item you got because of a hard sell. I picked the Lancome Advanced Genifique Youth Activating Serum Concentrate. I always want to call it a serum. It's a serum. It's a really nice serum. This is a holy grail of Mary from Glitzy Fritzy. So I kind of got not the hard sell, but kind of the hard sell from her. And then I picked this up. They were having a great sale with it. I had tried it in a really small sample size, but wasn't using it correctly. Didn't really know what it was. So once I got this and started using it correctly, I really loved it. I've gone through a whole bottle, but I wasn't tracking it. So I thought, well, I'll put it in the project and kind of see exactly how quickly I do go through these things because I really do enjoy it. And if you can get a sale on it, they run really good prices on them. But otherwise, Lancome is not the cheapest brand either. I do have a lot of brands that are that mid-range, and I don't know why I pick certain things to focus on and think they're too expensive. I have no idea why. But there's good drugstore stuff out there too, and I'm really not that picky. I will go, drugstore mid-range. I do a little bit of high-end. I don't really dabble too much in the luxury, but, if I can get a really good deal, I'll do that too. Anyway, my Lancome started at 118.2 grams. It is now at 108.7. So I have actually used quite a bit of this. This is staying in. Every month we're just going to check and see what the weight is at to figure out how long it takes me to complete a bottle of it. All right. Now then I had picked a song from Jaylon's list, or the songs that she had introduced. She didn't actually do a list per se. But I picked Depeche Mode's Personal Jesus. I really like the way she set that up. She did the prompt for this as an item that is forgiving and fixes everything. And I thought that was a really cool way to relate the song. So I threw in the Revolution Hydrate and Fix Radiance Makeup Fixing Spray. Now, I originally put a line on it here. That's where I started. So I tried to transfer it around because this is where we are now. I require a lot of fixing. I require a lot of hydrating too, but apparently I require a lot of fixing, and I really do like sprays. I do find that I probably use more than a normal person should, but it does help kind of meld things together. So this went from 102.8 grams to 59.8. And obviously it's staying in, but this is going to be done next month because I just enjoy that. And so that'll be an easy finish for me. Then from Charity's Beauty Stash, Charity put in the song Black and Blue by Rancid, a black and blue item. And I went with Raven's Castle. And this is Makeup by Lisa. This is a UK company. It's an indie brand. First thing I've ever tried from them. Put it in for 5 uses and love it. A, it's gorgeous. B, it's a good formula. It's nice and smooth. This white here, these look like they're the same on camera, but this white here has a sheen to it. It's a beautiful inner corner highlight. I even like the black. I ended up using every pan, even though I wasn't intentionally doing a no pan left behind style. Really, really, really think highly of it, and we'll be looking forward to any future releases to see if there's a color story that I like. I would pick one up from them again. Perfectly happy with that eyeshadow palette. Not that I need more, but you know, we all love eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so I do not have a specific focus this month like I normally do. There's some things that I'm working on for the future, for the updates that'll be coming up, that are a little bit more in depth for the research I'm doing. But what seemed to be happening this month for some reason to me is I was seeing things, and it ended up being word association in my mind. And it started with Weezer's song Islands in the Sun, which is on Allie's list. I'm not super fond of that song. And two things happen when I see that. One, I think of Islands in the Stream, which is Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. So not punk, not even close to punk. And also not my favorite song in the world, but whatever. But the other thing is Blister in the Sun is what I kept thinking the song was by the Violent Femmes, because to me that's punk. And it just seemed logical that that would be in there. And it wasn't, so that's what I did. I did the Violent Femmes Blister in the Sun, and I decided I wanted to roll in a product that has an SPF in it. So I grabbed my L'Oreal True Match. It's just the True Match Foundation Super Blendable Makeup. Okay, there we go. This has a broad spectrum SPF of 17. Yep, 17. You really can't count on your makeup for your SPF, guys. You know this, right? I mean, it's not like I haven't lectured you before. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of a random number and a little bit odd. Truthfully, I've had this open long enough that it's expired, so the sunscreen isn't going to even be an SPF 15, but the foundation itself is still good, and it's an oddball product for me. I actually was at my Target, my local Target right down the road here, and was walking through the makeup and saw this bottle on clearance for 56 cents. And it's my color. So I thought, well, for 56 cents, even if it's a little off, I'm going to grab it and see, because I couldn't test it in the store or anything. So I bought it. I think with tax, it was about 63 cents. Cheapest foundation I've ever picked up in my life, and probably ever will. This is in C1 Alabaster. It is cool. And it just so happened that my Target is not carrying this shade. You can still get this shade if you're as pale as I am. But it just was one of those things where I was at the right place at the right time, apparently. So I want to throw this in for 10 uses. And it is right now at 66.8 grams. And I have mentioned over and over again, you know that this year is the year that I'm going to try and get through some foundations. This started as a 1 ounce thing, so it's a standard size. But I have a lot of open foundations, and I need to actually kind of focus my usage a little bit more to try and see what I can move out. So going in, 10 uses. Now the next song that I apparently had an issue with or preferred something else to was the Nirvana song that's in there. And I believe Heart Shaped Box is the one that's on the list. And I can't even give you all my reasons for why that one just really wasn't doing it for me. But what I did is I actually chose the song Breed instead. The beginning of that song, and from the titles of their songs, you can't always remember which song is which, but it's the one that's I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And I thought, well, okay, that's an easy way to figure out a prompt. An item I don't really care about. And for that, I went with my Benefit Gimme Brow. This is starting at 9.8 grams. It is in the shade 2, whatever 2 is, I don't actually know. And the only reason that I have this is because I literally had 0 brow products in Arizona. There was some kind of a sale or something going on with this, and so I grabbed it because I do have my brows microbladed, and this is what they actually look like with no product in them. So they're a little bit light, and that's the whole thing is my hair has got a lot of white in it. Well, whatever, you know that I've got a lot of white and gray and whatnot. My brows are actually getting lighter too as I age, and I did have them microbladed because I've never liked messing with them. Luckily, I'm older, so they didn't suffer in the 90s, thank goodness, but still, I just can't be bothered with them. So this has helped to give them a little more definition, and like I said today, I don't actually have it in because I had this sitting on the table waiting to film, so I didn't put it in. Duh. But this is going to go in, and I'm going to track uses on this for the next month, and we'll see how long it stays in. I haven't decided what kind of goal I really want to set with this yet. I mean, I'm going to use it until I can't use it anymore, but I don't know if I want to really keep it in here for that because it's not an exciting thing, and honestly, it would probably be in here until the project ends because it's not something that I go through quickly. Unlike a lot of people, I'm just not a brow person, so... Now, the next one. I'm actually going to find this and link it below. But Allie has Blondie's song Heart of Glass in the project, which I don't mind. I remember this song being a hit. Okay, I remember hearing it on the radio. I know all the words, I can sing along. It's a perfectly fine song. But there's about 5 or 6 that I could probably name off the top of my head that I actually like a little bit more. And I thought, well, I don't really want to do that because not all of Blondie's stuff is really punk to me. So I don't know that I'm going to do a complete focus on Blondie at any point. Maybe I will. Who knows? It's me. You never know what I'm going to do. I never know what I'm going to do. How would I expect you to know? I think that's why you watch this, just to see what I come up with. I'm pretty sure that's what you're all waiting for. Anyway, what I decided to do is I actually went back and found what I looked for, what I could find for Blondie playing live at CBGB's. I mean, if we're going to talk punk, let's just go there. So I found a clip, and I'm pretty sure it's 1975. I would have been like 5 or 6 years old. So it's not like this is something I remember. This isn't even a song that I really knew. And the song is called A Girl Should Know Better. And the chorus of it is, a girl should know better, and I do. And I thought, okay, that's kind of fun. It's not a super punk song, but I figured it's the right connection, so we're putting it in. I decided the prompt should be something you know you shouldn't have gotten, but did anyway. Well, I did a thing. I am a gigantic Mickey Mouse fan. And if you ask my mother, that has been going on since I was at least 3 years old. I have always been. I'm not really a Minnie Mouse fan, but I'm a Mickey Mouse fan. So this House of Sillage thing, okay, this weather is killing me with the hair here. So this House of Sillage collection came out. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't afford this. I can't spend that kind of money. Well, you know, they got me with the sales around Christmas time. So when you open up the box, this tray comes out, and these are the boxes for the products. I have taken them all out because I'm going to show them to you. But in the bottom is the Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse makeup bag. And it's got this gorgeous felt lined pocket that bag sits in, and then the tray sits on top. And oh my goodness, I can see myself, and it's driving me crazy. It's going to be just one of those hair days. Or it has been a hair day, actually. This is later in the evening. I've already watched the hockey game. Anyway, not the point. So, we have an eyeshadow quint, we have a face palette, we have a lip gloss, we have the lipstick holder, and 2 lipsticks. House of Sillage does the, excuse me, they do the bow lipstick cases that are the refillable. Very expensive. Now, that really is expensive. Those things are a couple $100. I don't have that. But the price that this came down to ended up actually being somewhat reasonable after everything was said and done. So I did get it, and it's luxury, you guys. It is nice. I didn't need it. I probably shouldn't have done it, but I did. So the Minnie Mouse is the eyeshadow, and we go from a light creamy through the pink range and into a plum. And then the Mickey Mouse, the face palette, has a highlighter and a super pale dusty rose blush with a little Mickey Mouse imprint. Can you see his little ears there? Isn't that cute? Okay, the highlighter's joyful. The blush is called Pink Bow, and really lovely. I had swatched them just kind of to see. Smooth as silk. So very nice. But they should be. I mean, it's a luxury product. So the lipstick case, you got Mickey, you got Minnie. It comes empty. And I always do that so I don't have it put back together correctly. Ooh, and then I make a clunk. And they fingerprint all over the place, which is annoying. But there are two colors. There's a Mickey Mouse color. And is this, I don't know if this is Mickey or Minnie. One is Playful Red, Joyful Red. Now I gotta look because I can't remember. Okay, Minnie is Playful Red, and Mickey is Playful Nude. That's what they are. So, what did I just pull out? This one is the Playful Nude, and it literally is just a really nice nude color. I mean, I'm wearing red lipstick, so you can tell the difference there. So that is the Playful Nude. And I think I have these things in the wrong... I probably do, because... Oh, no. Okay, well, I can't see without glasses, you know that. Anyway, so then the Playful Red... is kind of a pinky red. It's a really pretty red. It's different than... I'm wearing Ruby Woo today. So it's a different color than that. And the nice thing about this is because of the way that they did this, I think their other lipstick refills that go in the bow cases will also continue to work for this lipstick case down the road. So I'm kind of excited about that. They're just really fun and pretty. And then it came with the lip gloss too. And the lip gloss is called Something Sweet. I should have probably written this down instead of having to pull the boxes back out and look. This is not something that you're going to be able to see any kind of color on. It's just a real sheer, neutral, pale. It's actually a little bit of a peachy pink. But that is the entire set, the whole collection. And so with this, you know what? I am not redoing this video. You guys are just going to have to put up with the crazy hair, unfortunately, because I have tried to film this a couple of times and I keep getting interrupted and having to start over and then forgetting things and whatnot. It wouldn't be me if there wasn't something strange going on. But I threw that entire collection in for 5 uses. Now, that does not necessarily mean I'm going to use each lipstick 5 times, but between the two, I want to get 5 uses on that so I can try each of the lipsticks a couple of days because I count my uses by day, not by application. So that's how that is going to roll. And then I couldn't leave this without doing at least one thing off of Allie's list without screwing it up. So my final roll-in is going to be Blink-182's What's My Age Again? It's an older product in my collection. For that, I went with the OGX coconut milk hair oil, basically. This is starting at 94.3 grams. I put a line on it. It's here. It's a clear oil. So my lines are never all that good. But I mean, we've got half a bottle. And I'm going to put this into finish. And honestly, I could probably have used it today. Oh, crazy hair and all. All right, that actually is my update this month for Panning Punk. Not too long and crazy this time, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed the ride on the crazy train. The conductor is actually showing the crazy today, too. Thank you for doing all of the things, and make sure you check out the description box for all the details. Until next time, y'all. See ya. Bye.